All right, sports fans, how's everybody out there doing? William Martin coming at you one more time here on YouTube with another edition of the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge Podcast. Now, on New Year's Day, the football world lost a legend as Dan Reeves passed away at the age of 77. Reeves was a football lifer as he played for the Dallas Cowboys for 8 seasons, which included winning a Super Bowl as a player before embarking on a coaching career in the National Football League. And during Reeves's coaching career, he won 193 regular season games, which is 10th all time in NFL history. And that included him taking the Denver Broncos, New York Giants, and Atlanta Falcons all to the playoffs. And in the case of the Broncos and Falcons, Reeves was able to take both of them to the Super Bowl. Now, Reeves is just one of seven coaches to take two different teams to the Super Bowl, and he's also one of eight head coaches to make four or more Super Bowl appearances as a head coach. But of those eight men, Reeves is the only one who is not inducted in Canton in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. You just have to ask yourself, why has the Pro Football Hall of Fame overlooked Dan Reeves? Yes, the Broncos of the 1980s had John Elway as their quarterback, but those teams don't make the Super Bowl without Dan Reeves as the head coach. You also cannot overlook what Dan Reeves did in Atlanta. First, getting the Falcons to the Super Bowl, and then being a part of the development of a young Michael Vick at quarterback for this team. Now, I've said it before and I'll say it again, and I know I'm not the only person out there that feels like that, but for my money, the Hall of Fame is a popularity contest, and it's a darn shame that coaches like Reeves are not in there. You look at what he did throughout his NFL career, first and foremost, for those 12 years in Denver. Reeves only had two losing seasons, and he would have been in the playoffs more. But the thing was, it was a little bit different in those days because when he first became the head coach in Denver, there were only five teams that made the playoffs from East Conference. I mean, his first season in Denver, the Broncos went 10-6. Then you go back to 1985, the Broncos went 11-5 and no postseason. He had a 4-year run with the New York Giants, got them to the postseason in his first year. The last two seasons weren't as good because he was in the process of rebuilding. And then, of course, his tenure with the Falcons. And the Broncos had some darn good teams during Reeves' tenure there. We think about John Elway, but you also think about the three amigos at wide receiver. Also, what they had on that defense with the likes of Carl Mecklenburg, Dennis Smith, Steve Atwater, Rulon Jones, just to name a few of the good players that Reeves coached. And for my money, you look at it, of those coaches that are in the top 10 for all time wins in the regular season, as far as the ones who are eligible, only Dan Reeves and Marty Schottenheimer are the only two that have not been inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Of course, Bill Belichick, who is third, is still coaching, and Andy Reid, who is fifth, is still coaching as well. And for sure both of them will be inducted into Canton when their respective careers come to an end. But if you want to hold the fact that Reeves never won a Super Bowl over his head as to why he's not there. Dan Reeves got there four times. Bud Grant got there four times. Marv Levy got there four times. But both Marv Levy and Bud Grant are Pro Football Hall of Famers. So my thing is this: I just think that the bottom line is Reeves's career has been overshadowed, and I think this is a darn shame because you're talking about the contributions that Reeves has made to the National Football League, first as a player and then as a coach. This guy, and I've said it for several years, he's more than worthy of being in a Hall of Fame. Hopefully now, unfortunately that he passed away, he's going to get the opportunity. Maybe more people that are involved in the voting will talk about Dan Reeves some more. But the bottom line is he has been overlooked and overlooked for far too long. The NFL lost a legend, and I know that a lot of people are going to be focusing on John Madden, and rightfully so, because John Madden was a legend in his own right, but so is Dan Reeves. And I think it's high time that Dan Reeves belong or receives the billing that he deserves, which is to be inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Let's wait and see now if it will finally happen. So, folks, that is going to wrap it up. And as always, I want to take this time out to thank you for tuning into the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge podcast here on YouTube. I want to take the time out to thank all of you fine folks out there for tuning in. And if you have not already, please feel free to subscribe to this channel. Now, if you're on Twitter, please feel free to follow me at 300 Pounds of Sports. And like I always say, if you follow me, it'll be my pleasure to follow you right back. There's also the sports discussion group on Facebook at the Sports Depot 365. You can check it out, drop a line, and be a part of one of the better sports debating sites going on social media. So, once again, fine folks, my name is William Martin. I'm signing off, saying take care and have yourselves a wonderful day.